Alright, g'day guys, how we going? Welcome to King of the Sea number 9. Here we are with, FFD and Solo. And we're on a new server, so the new spectator mode should be interesting to check out. I have checked it out once before, but I'm not sure how they're doing it. So let's jump on over to the game overlay here. And let's kick the old start battle in the guts. And yeah, as you can see, we start off with no boat. We are spectators from the beginning. And on the FFD side, we've got, what do we got here? We got Kremlin, a couple of Kremlins, Dead Meme, Stalingrad, Moscovia, another Stalingrad, a Smolonsk, and a couple of Darings. And the cool thing about us is we can check out both sides of the map right now. So, same thing on the other side, couple of Darings, Dead Meme, couple of three Stalingrads, a couple of Kremlins, and a Yoshino. The Yoshino should be interesting to see how he works this one out. So while the guys get sorted, I might just do a bit of an overall view here, showing off the extra cool graphics that you can get in spectator mode. And what I will do is I might just knock the volume on that down just a tad. We don't need to be screamed to death. Not straight off the mat anyway. So as the teams get a little bit closer, no one's actually swapping too much fire just yet. I'll just do a quick share around and get some people in here. Ooh, looks like someone is starting to take a more direct approach through the middle there. 2 more seconds, I'll finish with the sharing and we'll be back into the match. But the good thing about this is while I am off screen, it also gives me the ability to open up the chat bot. Alright, and chat bot, let's open up the giveaways, get the giveaway started. Okay, so that would appear that the Daring there has launched a bunch of torpedoes towards the Solo Daring. And torpedo dodge of the week! And those torpedoes fizzled out without doing too much damage. Now, if you look at the top of the screen there, Solo is cruising around with a little bit more of a health points lead than FFD. Which, it looks like that Daring got himself lit up, so FFD decided to even that out a little bit. Welcome to the stream, guys. How are you all going? Two codes, one for Greg and one for you. I don't know, I see Gummy in the list. He might rig the bot. Oh, hopefully our daring sees those torpedoes and drops the anchor. Nah, he's going to turn out of that one. We got the old dead meme here, just waiting to light him up with the radar. Enemy daring not liking the fact that he missed. Chucking a few salvos out and then getting the frill out of dodge. What do we got happening over here? Would appear that the enemy daring is trying to keep the two Stalingrads at bay by keeping a wall of torpedoes between him and them. Oh no, it'd be the Yoshino here. Just doing the good work, keeping that flank completely clear by launching torpedoes and just keeping everybody out. The solo daring there doing a good job of just keeping the FFD daring at bay. It would also appear that, wonder if he's Austin powered himself. not the most opportune time to be getting yourself stuck on a landmass. And it would appear that the FFD daring is not looking too healthy out there. Being lit up by several different... well, being lit up and being fired upon by several different people, I should say. And don't forget, guys, there is a raffle running on the YouTube chat side. So feel free to jump on into the YouTube chat and hit !raffle to get yourself in to win one of the containers that I've got to give away. G'day Ali, g'day Zaris, g'day everyone that has joined the stream. Here we are in the first of the rounds for solo versus FFD. Kremlin is finally getting up into the match area there. The Smonks and the Kremlin over here, wow, they can both take a bit of damage, so hopefully they'll weather enough to weaken that side. We've got a dead meme up against Kremlin here, about to... oh, Kremlin? About to go head-to-head with the FFD Kremlin. Now this is where you wonder, did I put those ramming flags on? Is it going to be worth it? Knowing that they're too close and they'll just over-penetrate, deciding to shoot over each other. Let the secondaries battle it out. Copping a little bit of team damage there, but at least his team's out there trying to help him out. Honestly, it kind of looks like two 5-year-olds in the playground doing a slap fight and not actually getting anywhere. Well, luckily the daring has capitalized on the situation, waited for our Kremlin to get his butt out of the way, and absolutely ruined him. There is a 5-minute time delay, guys, and it is because these are... you know, these are games that matter, and they can't have stream snipers, so to speak. So yes, there is a delay, and yes, I realize it's going to take 5 minutes for it to get there after you've said it. Hey, thank you, Gummy. You are awesome. It's an official thing, and yeah, don't ask me to change it, because it ain't going to happen. Alright, our Daring is doing well here. He's in the smoke and pretty much holding off a an entire team. I'm definitely getting supported here, but he is the spearhead and holding off, because that Kremlin would push up no matter what. That Daring sitting there, just launching his, just launching his torps. There we go. That is probably going to make or break the decision of that Kremlin as to whether he stays around down here, gets the frill out, or turns into a digital reef. There is a raffle on the YouTube chat. This stream is being multi-streamed to several different places, along with Twitch and all the other ones that I have selected on Restream. So if you want to be a part of the giveaway, jump on over to the YouTube chat side. If you guys just want to watch and support your team, feel free, stick on the platform of your choice. Alright, we've got a Daring versus a Stalingrad here, and it looks like the Daring has just missed with every single torpedo. And yep, unfortunately, when you miss with your biggest gun, you don't generally get to stick around for a second shot. Okay, so Solo is fairly low on health, and they are fairly low in the points, so it looks like they are doing a one last gasp push for dominance. We'll see how we go. I think that Stalingrad is he's after a kill one way or another. Whether it be he shoots him down or he runs him down. Either way, he's going down. And that's pretty much how I thought that would go. I guarantee you the captain of the Stalingrad is probably laughing his ass off right about now. Alright, what have we got? We got a dead meme, a Yoshino, and a Daring left on the Solo side, and a couple of Stalingrads, a Smolks, and a couple of Kremlins on the FFD side. So it looks like it is all but sewn up. So let's see what this Kremlin here can do to a Solo dead meme. Why ram so early? Because you can. Hang on, what? That ram wasn't 5 minutes ago. I still reckon there's a 300-second delay. Anyway. Alright, so we're going to find out Kremlin versus Daring to start with. There goes the torpedoes. There goes the main salvo. And the Kremlin was able to wear it. If that were me, I would have detonated. Alright, the dead meme is one last gasp, trying to do some damage on the Smolks. The Kremlin here is going to come around the corner and just give him a little tap in the butt and remind him, hey mate, You're not alone. And we all know this look. Fire coming in from either side. The only thing you can do is just take out the target you're at and keep on trucking. So it's Kremlin versus Kremlin. Well, dead meme versus two Kremlins, I should say. And unfortunately, the dead meme was not up to the task. So congratulations FFD on taking away the first round. Looks like we are waiting for a couple of people on the FFD side. Might look like some of them have had a bug with the system and had to restart. We've got a Summers, we've got a Daring, we've got a Smlonks, we've got a dead meme, one dead meme, two Stalingrad, another Smlonks, and two Kremlins. Gotta admit, it's a pretty ship. And let's check out the Redcoats. We are cruising along with a Daring, a Summers, a dead meme, a Stalingrad, two Kremlins, another two Stalingrads, and the Yoshino. So exactly the same team lineup as last time. And Solo still running with the slight health point advantage. And it is all good. Owly, are you over in the Twitch chat as well? Or are you guys only in... Or Osiris? Is one of you guys over in the Twitch chat, please? Ah, awesome. Gummy's doing it. Thank you very much, mate. You are a leg end. Okay, so the Stalingrad, the Kremlin, the Yoshino, and the Summers are heading towards A, whilst we've got the Stalingrad, Kremlin, and Stalingrad moving their way to C. The dead meme and the Daring are holding off trying to hold off the center cap, but the FFD Summers is staking his claim, saying, "Nah, mate, this is mine." Looks like we've got a Kremlin and a Stalingrad kind of just hovering around the middle, wondering which way would be more effective for them to go. And the Daring, dead meme, Kremlin, Stalingrad, and Smlonks are moving their way to C. Whilst the other Smlonks is just kind of hovering off of A, just checking out what's out there. Yep, moving away. So it looks like FFD are going to be hitting C hard and moving their way down from there. And welcome to all the new people over in Twitch and in the YouTube chat. Nice to meet you all. If you like what you see and don't exactly hate what you hear, and are interested in free codes and stuff from time to time, feel free, subscribe. I am always doing something on the channel with one of the wargaming products. Yes, I also play tanks too. Not very good, but I play it. No one's actually taken any damage, and no one's actually put out any damage. The Summers here has launched his torpedoes in the same direction a couple of times, just hoping that someone will jump out on it, but hasn't quite yet. I'm sure he'll get lucky sooner or later. Okay, so the seaside has managed to claim the cap and stall the enemy advance. Not done any damages yet, but have definitely got a sizable force compared to the solo team over here. But in saying that, same could be said for the A side. Because you don't really count. Hang on. You might kind of count that destroyer. So that's pretty much the effective fighting force on that team, on that side. You could kind of class the Kremlin, but he wouldn't have too many guns available to help. And as I suspected, he is not even looking that way. Alright. The Dead Mean, the Smlonks, and the Daring have all lit up the Stalingrad here and started hacking away on his health points. Unfortunately, that poor Stalingrad does not have too many places to move. He can keep going back, but he's just going to cop fire if he isn't running up against the side of the beach. Or he could go forward and open himself up to maybe the Stalingrad from there. Yeah, Stalingrad from there would be having some shots, and maybe even the Kremlin too. We have... hang on, we've lost someone. No, we haven't. Someone has lost some major health, though. No, not really. The Stalingrad in the center there has lost half his life. And it looks like that Yoshino and the Summers on the edge of the map there are doing the good work, keeping a wall of torpedoes between them and everyone else. Making sure that they know that there is at least a little bit of clear air, or clear water. Okay, the Summers is just leaving a smoke trail behind for the Yoshino to get close enough to dump some of those long-range torps so close that it's not going to matter. And it would appear that the highly contested B has finally been picked up by the solo team. Then both teams are running at about the same amount of health points, so that kind of means that at the moment both teams have, well, at that moment both teams had basically done the same amount of damage to each other. This Summers on the corner here is going to do some damage, especially to that Smlonks if he... oh no, he is on the move. And I reckon he'll have range on his side. Although, I've been wrong many a time. Is this the semi? Yes, this is the semi-final. And looks like the Smlonks is going to cop one to the nose. Well done, Summers, or Yoshino. So, yeah, it was a low damage one. That could have been the Summers. The Stalingrad and the Kremlin and everyone is all moving up. A is all but lost. The Stalingrad that was down at half health before has managed to stay alive in the center. But unfortunately was not enough of a deterrent to keep the cap from being taken. The solo team have actually lost a couple of boats. They've lost 2 Stalingrads, which has definitely hurt them in the points. But hey, just like most things, the points don't matter until the very end. Sorry, I was reading chat for a second there. And now I'm going to have a drink. Okay, so we got the Smolensk, we got the Stalingrad, and the Daring, along with the Dead Meme, all pushing up on their Daring and Kremlin over there. So I dare say the seaside will be cleared out very shortly. You can see the Yoshino over here is copping some heavy damage. Mostly from the Smolonks. There is a wall of torpedoes out there, but I don't think it's going to be on target enough to do a lick of damage. Alright, the Yoshino is all but gone. There he goes. The Summers is basically all by himself now. And, ooh, actually, managed to take out the Smolonks at the same time. Congratulations. What time we got left? 4 minutes. If the Summers is able to come around and take out the Summers, he might be pushing it to come through the Kremlin, or not necessarily come through the Kremlin, but get around the Kremlin and recapture A. So this one is getting pretty tight. Got the Kremlin here about to come around the corner on the Dead Meme. Looks like he is... No, he's tracking the Dead Meme. we got two enemy Kremlins going straight at each other and not looking at each other. So we could have another ram situation here. Finals are on tonight. Everything is tonight. The tomorrow stuff is something else. The international? I'm not too sure. And here we go. Kremlin versus Kremlin. Who put the flags on? No one. Only in King of the Sea semi-finals would you see two Kremlins running into each other. And the points are almost dead even. Solo is running 100k health points, well, basically 100k health points down from the other team. Oh, okay, more like 45, 50, 55 it is actually. 55k health points down from the other team. Although they are running two caps rather than the one. But a couple of destroyers left alive, whereas oh yeah, no, they got a couple of DDs left alive too. The Daring over there and the Summers way back there. Like the two Summers are playing trade the torpedoes. Okay, so this is where you're going to see FFD try and make a final push for that cap. Now the Dead Meme sitting on there is going to mean that they're not going to be able to take the cap, but it doesn't, you know, it doesn't get them any further ahead. So, dead meme versus dead meme. Who's going to get the angle? Who's going to get the shot? Ooh. FFD fired first. Solo fired second. Both of them hit the island. FFD managing to take a pound of flesh. And by the look of it, Solo overpinned or went straight through. Which is basically an overpin. I know. Alright, the Solo dead meme is now copying fire from both sides, so he's really got nowhere to go. And if he doesn't want the FFD team to win by cap, he's gonna have to move forward and at least try and block that cap. Although it would appear he's trying to do a back forward maneuver, which might have cost him a little bit of life there, possibly even the game. Hopefully the DDs here, dumping torps in each other's way, someone gets lucky and is able to just jump that score ahead a little bit further, so it wouldn't matter if the green side had all the caps or not. Oh, and we might be getting lucky here. That daring might be putting himself in harm's way. Or not. He might have been. Probably wasn't, but he might have been. And you are... Yep. Too late for the DD and too early for the CV. Not the CV, the CL. Cruiser. Okay, looks like the Solo Kremlin is taking a beating here. The cap numbers are starting to even out. It looks like it's going to go FFD way again. That Kremlin had some HE loaded and lit that daring up. He would be down the tube. Oh, hang on. Whilst he is heavily under fire, it would appear that the FFD Summers is trying to take the cap, but unfortunately took a torpedo to the face instead, evening the scores back up. And losing the Kremlin has put it all down on one very injured Summers. Your team depends upon you. So you never know. He might make another kill and hold the cap off for just long enough to make another 2 kills. Pull a solo warrior out. This could be the most epic battle we have ever seen. Or not. It might just cap out and Solo win. Pretty sure Solo just won that one. Alpha Team is the winner. Will this be the final game for Solo, or will they drag it back, go into overtime, and take the title? Or will we be following FFD through into the quarterfinals, semi-final, quarterfinal, grand final? I don't know, but it is all happening tonight. Okay, so quick check on the lineup. We got a Summers, a Daring, a Stalingrad, or two, an HIV. Now they've changed that one out. We've got a Dead Meme, and we've got the Yoshino, followed up by two Kremlins. And let's see what FFD have changed, if anything.
Action stations.
Okay, so they've got the Smolonsk, they've got two Darings, they've got another Smolonsk, they've got two Stalingrads, and a Dead Meme, followed up by two Kremlins. So almost the same in team setup. It is good to see Solo are getting out there and trying some new stuff, you know, bringing the HIV in rather than another, what was it before, another Smolonsk, because the Yoshino's still there. And even bringing a Yoshino in, you know, taking a long-range torp cruiser rather than more guns. And somehow even managing to bring more health points to the match. Okay, so FFD seem to be hitting Dead Meme, Stalingrad, Kremlin, Daring, Stalingrad, Smolensk, all going the Seaway. Kremlin, Daring, and a Smolensk all heading to A. Whereas on the Solo team, we've definitely got the Yoshino, the Daring, the Kremlin, and the Stalingrad all heading out to sea. Whilst the other Kremlin, the Dead Meme, the Stalingrad, the Summers, and the HIV are heading for A. Got to admit, this looks pretty. The sun on the water, the boats. And you gotta love the Kremlin. She's a pretty boat. Alright, so the Daring has most likely come out, and he wouldn't have lit up the Summers yet, but maybe the HIV, hang on, what have we got, 14, 15k, nah, it's about a 12k light up. The Summers is outside the 10k light up zone. So far across the board, no one has done anything of great importance other than fire a whole heap of torpedoes at where they think the other team is going to be. So we shall see how that one works out. Ooh, hang on. The Smolensk over here is starting to take some damage from the Summers and the HIV. We've got a Daring and a Stalingrad all hiding hiding behind rock. Same with the Kremlin. A couple of Stalingrads, I should say. Just making the capturing of C just that little bit more painful. So far, no one has really taken too much damage. I mean, a little bit of damage off the top of the Daring there, and a little bit of damage off the top of the Summers, along with a little bit off the Smlonks, the Summers, and that's about it. The solo guys are probably playing just a little bit more conservatively this time round. They probably understand that this is their last chance for making a difference. So trying not to go out there and ram someone to death this time round. So yeah, the solo team taking it slow, feeling out where the weak points are on the FFD team, and trying to take full advantage of it. That HIV being right out in the corner there, just being a cross shot. Yeah, moving up, making it hard for that Daring to move in there. Hopefully the, torpedo dodge of the week. The dead meme here might have to use the old island handbrake. Nope, they ran out of steam. We've got a pretty gutsy Kremlin coming up the center here. If I was his team, I'd be screaming at him to either pull back or at least wait for a bit of backup there. Because, yep, he's about to become under fire from the Daring, the Smlonks, and the dead meme. So the Kremlin here is taking a buttload of damage that he probably doesn't want to be taking this early in the game. But he's got his eyes set on taking out the angry ship. And, alright. Again, they're either both using ramming flags, or they are both not using ramming flags, and are probably kicking themselves now for not running ramming flags and doing the deed. Alright, so quick health point check. Solo are still running ahead of FFD. And quick cap point check. Solo did have 2 caps over FFD, but B is slowly being recaptured by the dead meme, who is quite, well, I think the Stalingrad is more fighting. Oh, okay, the Stalingrad's fighting the Stalingrad in front of him. So yeah, the solo Stalingrad's got a dead meme and 2 Stalingrads to fight off to try and keep B, which unfortunately he was not able to do. And back over here, the Solo Summers is doing his best to keep the Daring and the Smolonks at bay, and probably do some good lighting up for the HIV and the Dead Meme. Over on this side, the Daring is keeping the torp pressure on the Smolonks over there. The Stalingrad is slowly moving forwards here, and he's copping a fair amount of damage at the moment, but hopefully he'll be able to turn the tide. And even if he doesn't turn the tide, he'll be able to get up underneath that island, underneath the guy's fire, and take C from them. Provided the Stalingrad on the other side of the island will allow it. There we go, I'd say he has managed to get under the island. The Daring is just slowly chasing him down. Doing the Terminator walk, you know, I'll get you. Don't you worry. The Stalingrad that was protecting B before has managed to survive, so give him bonus points for that. And is just sitting there waiting for his time, waiting for them to be not looking. Although, actually they're on the same team. Okay, so the Stalingrad tried capping C, but unfortunately the Smolonks dropped smoke and is peppering him with HE shells from the sideline. And back down on this side here, the FFD Daring has decided, nah, I'm not putting up with your stuff anymore, and has started the approach on the Solo Summers. Summers is pulling back and dropping torps. I don't quite know what he might have been aiming at. I think he's got the radio location, but is not quite aware that it does have a little bit of a lag to it. Okay, so let's go back over here where the action's getting pretty thick. We got Stalingrad on Stalingrad, with the Stalingrad hiding around the corner, getting shot by a Smolonsk and a Daring. No, Daring's on his side. The Yoshino has pulled right on into the islands. Interesting how that guy tries playing the Yoshino on a close range type deal. Unfortunately, the Stalingrad is still being peppered by the Smolonks. And the FFD Stalingrad has moved his way into C and is becoming quite a menace, really, because I'm pretty sure the Solo Stalingrad does not have the health points to take him on any further. Where's his guns looking at? Okay, so the Solo Daring, sorry, is looking over at the Stalingrad. The Yoshino here has possibly made a big mistake, opening his broadside up to the Dead Meme, possibly even the Stalingrad as well. Well, the Stalingrad, knowing he's there, has, most likely turned into the island and dodged that set of torps. The Yoshino will get one salvo into him of maybe 1 or 2 torps. Looks like he's definitely going to get one. And right in the nose. Unfortunately, was not enough to take the Stalingrad down. And now FFD own all 3 caps. The enemy daring versus the Smlonks here. He's trying with the torpedoes. Obviously he's... oh no. I was gonna say, obviously he's not lit up because the Smlonks fired defense torpedoes back, but then the shells came through, so they're in a little bit of a firefight the best they can. Here we go. Solo is trying to take a cap back. They're trying to get on A and take it for themselves. Hopefully the Summers here dumps a little bit of smoke, tries to you know, help out the dead meme just a little bit. Yep, there we go. And what do we got over on B? Ah, well done. Solo managed to take A. So last mad dash for a cap on B. And the cap on C is underway. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they've all been told, live or die, take that cap. Stalingrad versus HIV, and they both turn into digital reefs, just in case you wondered. The Stalingrad managed to take down the dead meme, so this might have turned things for the opposite. They did one last push, and I don't think FFD were really expecting it. And when they went to defend their title, it would appear that FFD just didn't have the health points to back it up. And I'm sorry, Mr. Stalingrad, but you're about to cop at least 2 of those in the nose. In the butt, sorry. You are very... very lucky. I would highly recommend going out and buying a lotto ticket. But that has turned it around. Solo have taken all 3 caps. FFD have got to try and regroup and work something out. So this is where teamwork will come into play. Solo, the commander would have said, take all caps. I don't care how. Just get there and take the caps. So without questioning, the guys went, right, well, my health points for the greater good, and forward they went. FFD kind of, oh, hey, what's going on here? Found themselves maybe a little bit too far spread out and a little bit too thin in the health point department. So this will be where you see if a good team is able to roll with the punches, bounce back, and defend their title, or if they are shocked and freeze up. The daring there, taking good shots on the Stalingrad, keeping him on his toes. Looks like the Stalingrad hit the island for a little bit there, slowing down his progress. Maybe that's a sign that Solo have managed to, you know, knock them off their kilter. The FFD Stalingrad opting to try and take the cap rather than follow the Solo Stalingrad run around in circles. But unfortunately, not being able to take a cap and losing a lot of health points in the process, I think he's finally decided, no, I better try and at least get around and get a kill. In saying that, though, the FFD Smlonks has managed to take C back and at least advance their hold on things. And in saying that, the FFD Daring has come back into A and mostly taken that back. Might have been a last grasp from Solo there, but hey, they did well. And in the end, it come down to time. I'm pretty sure FFD took that one again because they had the higher cap points. That's it. Alpha wins the match, which goes to FFD. So let me just update the Duvalaki. Set winner. Apply. And we'll go to the winner screen.